Hey everybody, I'm in my usual breaking spot before I start up. On today's agenda, I'm going to do the Round Valley Loop. So I'm going to take part of the trail you've seen before, and at a certain point before the campground it branches off to a loop. It's a little, I think it's between, when you count the mileage to the tram station, I think it's close to 5 miles, something like that. It's like 3.9 for the loop, but then you've got a little bit additional. We'll see how I feel at the end of that. If I feel up to it, I'm going to tack on some extra mileage, either with a Desert View Trail or some other trail. Have a map so I can explore a little bit today. Anyways, I got here a little bit later, clearly, because I'm more in the sun than I typically am. So I'm going to get going. It's only supposed to be 68 up here, but it feels warmer. It feels closer to 80. But meh. Oh, and I'm also using my pack. Getting a little bit of practice with that. It's not full, but it's still at least 12 pounds, if not a little bit more. All right, here's that glider. Not sure if that's the same one out of Warner Springs or if that's out of maybe Palm Springs Airport. So I got a shot of this area in the last video. Look at that skunkweed. It's hard to tell how tall it is, but then if I go over here, this is that area that I thought would be a really good campground up there at that little knoll. I don't know if you can see that down there because it's partially in the shade, but that's got to be like thigh high now on me. That's grown a lot in the last 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to hit that field of skunkweed that I showed you. I think it's after the Round Valley Loop branches off. So unfortunately, I can't show you that today. Man, I'm beat. It's been 2 weeks since I've been up here. That's when I did Wellman's Divide. And I didn't hike last weekend, but this past week at work, I wasn't on my feet like I typically am. There's a little conference going on, so I was manning the IT booth, I guess, for our district. Basically, I was sitting on my butt the entire week at the table, and I'm feeling it because this should not be, these first 2 miles should not be this difficult, but they are for me today for some reason. It might be because I'm schlepping a heavier backpack, but it's not that heavy. Ah, here comes the sign. Hooray! So from here on out, I'm going to be on a trail that I've never taken before, so it will be interesting. And I'm throwing you in the backpack and taking you along. Doesn't that look like somebody dropped a stack of hamburger patties? And it just like fell over? I must be getting hungry. Hi, man. The struggle is real. You know, this part of the trail, now that I'm on the part of the trail I haven't been on before, so much flatter, so much easier. And it smells just like, it smells like cedar and pine. It's just divine. I love it. So I'm going to drop a picture in right here of my new rain pants I bought. Those are my frog togs. I know they're cheap, but I only need them to last for the PCT, honestly. But here's my question to you guys, especially those of you who have hiked the Pacific Crest Trail before. They're over 8 ounces, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to bring them in the desert portion, but I know we always get a late spring storm. As long as it's not too bad, I guess it's fine. But when do you think I should send my rain pants to myself? I was thinking perhaps Kennedy Meadows. Morning. I'm vlogging. I'm not talking to myself really. So, oh, whoa, whoa. So my camera went whoop, slipped as soon as I saw that guy. Anyways, should I send it to Kennedy Meadows for just an extra layer of warmth and a little bit of waterproofing? Or should I just send it to Cascade Locks for Washington? Because honestly, Washington is the part of the trail that's going to be the wettest. Possibly, depends on the weather. So, yeah, I don't know. So, those of you who have experience, please let me know. Those of you who just watch a lot of vlogs and hear people talk about when they use their rain pants, chime in too. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. I just wish they were lighter, but oh well. I mean, as long as I keep my core dry, my legs will be warm, but I'm still going to use them. They're cheapies. They were like 18 or 19 bucks, but totally worth the investment if you're in a rainstorm. Yeah. I guess they'd be worth the wait as well. Yeah. Wow. Let me give you guys a 360. People coming. Oopsie. I'm finishing the 360 before you guys come. Don't worry. You guys are okay. I've got awesome views of the peak, you guys. Let me get closer to the edge here. That pointy thing has a specific name. I have to look at my map. That's another one. And I want to say that. Not that, but that one, right in the middle, that's the backside of San Jacinto. I can't know for sure, but I know from a trail taken years ago, you go past like a mountainous area and dip down, and then you end up right there. So I'm like 90% positive that's San Jacinto, which means these little pointy peaks are something else. I have a little $2 map. It'll say it on that. When I stop for a break, I'll check it out and tell you guys. This is so cool. It's like a ridge walk, but without the ridge. It's just up high. You listen really closely, you can hear the wind going through the trees. It's very peaceful. It's not too strong. And it's not trying to blow your tent away. So at first I thought that was just like someone spilling their Kool-Aid. But when I come over here, I see patches of hair. I'm like, oh, that's not Kool-Aid. Somebody, there's more right here. Yeah, somebody with somebody else's lunch. It's sad, but that's how they survive out here. It's the food chain, yo. As long as I'm not at the end of it. I mean, if I'm at the upper end, I'm okay with that, but just don't want to be at the lower end. Kitty, where are you, kitty? Hopefully the kitties are napping in their den somewhere and not going to bother me. So it's interesting because I heard right before I started taping today, in my usual spot that I stop at and take a break and record, I heard a kind of a screeching noise. I thought, oh, maybe it's a bird. I go, it doesn't sound quite like a bird. Maybe if, maybe a hawk is diving down, but it didn't quite sound like that. Not that I know what kestrel hawks sound like or anything like that, but I'm wondering if that was like some prey getting caught by something else. It wasn't near here. It was, a couple miles away, but you just wonder when you hear that because it's not anything I've heard up here before. And rabbits do scream, so I'm wondering if it was like a rabbit that got caught by something. Poor rabbit. Oh, I have eaten a rabbit though. Not by choice, I was kind of fooled into it. That was my grandfather. He's passed away now, but he used to kept animals on his farm, and for the most part it was to eat later. And he had goats, he had chickens, and he would dread the day that the grandkids would come around and decide they were going to be pets. Because he's like, no, these aren't pets. But yeah, he fooled us once, or me, I don't know who else was with me, and they cooked and prepared a rabbit. And I ate it, and he's like, so what did you think? What did it taste like? I'm like, it tastes like chicken, just a little bit different. It was chicken, right? He told me what it was, and I'm like, ah, help me. Oh, someone's coming up behind me. They probably think I'm crazy. Because I am. So, anyways, that was my story about a rabbit. Never again. Rabbits are cute and fluffy. So that peak, oh geez. Hey, man. So that peak, that like jagged one, is called Cornell Peak. I took out my map and looked at it. I haven't taken a break yet. I haven't found a good shady spot to chill yet. There's a really neat view coming up. Actually, you might be able to see it. See between the trees? You can zoom in. That's actually the mountain station of the tram and the desert beyond. Nice. That means I'm almost done with the second segment of the trail. This is good practice for pointless ups and downs because I'm almost level with the mountain station. What the heck is that? Oh, it's just a gnat. Sorry. So I'm about level. I'm a little bit higher right now. And I'm going to drop all the way down to the bottom of the round valley, or long valley floor. And then have to go back up those switchbacks, the Devil's Sidewalk, as the ladies called it in the last hike. But I better get used to it, right? That's what the PCT is all about. From what I've been told, a lot of pointless ups and downs. I can tell I'm getting closer to the main parts of the touristy parts of the trail, because there's a lot more people coming up this way. I've reached signage, and this is really cool. So, you can go 2.7 miles to Willow Creek, which that will hook up to the PCT. Got Saddle Junction a little bit further. We've got Humber Park that's right above Idlewild, where the Devil Slide Trail is. That's the Round Valley Loop and the Long Valley, which we're heading towards that. And then, where I came from, 1.5 to Round Valley, 5.5 to San Jacinto Peak. It's good signage. So I may wander that way someday, but I think today I'm just gonna go back down the hill and lizard. You're not afraid of... Whoop! I spoke too soon. Oh, doing his push-ups. He's like, this rock is mine. It's mine. It's my rock. I'm going to do push-ups and prove it. So I wanted to do a quick look at the pack. Love the ULAs. It would be perfect if they could tilt this a little bit more. You know, cut it to where when I'm wearing it and I can actually reach my bottles in here. And the only thing else that would make it perfect is if I had more ventilation between my back and this, because my back is a swamp right now. Otherwise, God, I love this pack. Also wanted to show you a couple things I put on this. It's not full, so the head isn't like as big as it should be, but I don't know if you can see this patch right there. Thanks, Chubby. I had Mom sew it on during one of my last visits to her and Pop. And of course, she put that on quite a while ago. So I'll be able to tell my packs apart from many of the others next year. Now it's time to head that way and go up the Devil's Sidewalk. Oh, darn it. Oh, good. There he is. It's a really pretty bluebird. Where'd he go? No. Yes. Oh, bye, pretty bird. I think I was up there somewhere today. I'm not to the top of the switchbacks yet, but this gives you an idea. It sucks. Oh, back down the mountain. It's actually not too bad at 2,000 feet. That's where the valley station is. It's like in the 80s, maybe close to 90, but it doesn't feel too bad. Valley floor is going to be close to 100. So I did okay. I had a rough time the first 2 miles this time for some reason. I don't know why. I think I averaged, this is with brakes and stopping to film and things like that, I averaged about 1.7 miles an hour. It's not too great, but I guess I'll take it. But I discovered another trail. I think I'm going to try to through hike from the tram to Idlewild. It's like 10.5 miles. It would be perfect practice. I just have to get a car shuttle on the other end. Tammy, pick me up. No other news. I only got that one piece of gear. I think I'm going to start a crowdfunding campaign, like a GoFundMe page. Not asking for money right now. I'm in the process of creating the page, and I'm coming up with rewards for certain tiers of giving and donations. I would like your ideas though, so once I get this all uploaded and stuff, I'll link the actual crowdfunding page that I have, the GoFundMe page, and I want you to, if you don't want to read everything, scroll down to the bottom, and I have 4 rewards, incentives already. If you think that's cool, let me know. If you think I could do something else, also in addition, some ideas, just write it down below. Probably launch it in the next week or 2. It's just to make up the difference of what I know it looks like I'm falling short, but right now all I'm doing is asking family, but eventually I'll blast it on social media and here. But right now I just want your ideas. I am picking your brains for cool reward ideas. That doesn't involve me picking up a souvenir and carrying it for the entire hike. Someone actually suggested that, a friend of mine, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. I'm counting ounces. No way. All right, well, I'm going to go back down into the heat. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you next time.